us today a little bit about your impression, your first game at Yankee Stadium. What was your overall impression today?
Well, the first game, having it be this one today where they received the ring ceremony, and to congratulate them for their great season last year. Great game to start my career here in 2010 in Yankee Stadium with that one, and also to come up with the victory. Andy Pettit pitched a great game. The crowd was into it from start to finish, and absolutely a good day. And we got some sun at the end of the game too.
What was the ring ceremony like for you? Where were you?
I sat there towards the, I guess that'd be the first base side of the dugout. Just watched and got a chance to see some of the rings when they came in, and got a chance to look at Phil Hughes' ring just afterwards in the food room. But it's great, to see what they've done and accomplished, and how the fans of the city have embraced their accomplishment and how hungry they are for another one right away. Even though today was the first home game of the season, but it was great to get a chance to be out there with these guys to see what they accomplished last year.
Opening day at Yankee Stadium, is it what you thought it would be?
I'm not sure. There was a bunch of different things that I was looking forward to and didn't know what to expect, but the biggest thing was when the anthem finished on cue. I mean, the planes came flying over. I think it was probably one of the best timed flyovers I've seen in the big league. So that was probably the biggest moment for me today, and of course the victory.
What did you think about Andy today?
Oh, he looked great. He was able to work both sides of the plate, getting lefties and righties out. Whenever you're able to do that against such a great offensive lineup like Anaheim has, it's great stuff. And I think I just saw his stat. It was his first win in a while against them. So to rebound back after not having some great outings against them definitely speaks for what he was able to come out there and do today, especially in the magnitude of this game. Just the emotions flying high, getting the rings and walking away with a victory today too.
Talk a little bit about your impression while you was getting out there. What was your feeling? How did you feel like getting out there, knowing that it's your first time at Yankee Stadium, facing the Yankee crowd? What did you think about what was going through your mind when you were walking out there?
Oh, the big thing, I've talked to Marcus Timms and Randy Wynn about this, even when the season opener in Boston is, there's a couple things you have to have done first. You got to catch your first ball out there, and I got that in the first couple innings. And you just got to go ahead and have your first at bat. You don't necessarily need a hit, you just need an at bat. And finally got that done. So as long as you get those two things out of the way, everything else kind of settles in, and it's just another ball game. And of course, it's going to be ups and downs throughout the course of the season, but you got to get those two things done. And I got those right away. Randy had a ball hit to him, he didn't catch it, but at least he got some action. So he's got that. Now it's just Marcus's turn to go ahead and get him a ball out there.
Definitely.
It's nice to kind of have this out of the way. Now there's no more ceremonial type of things.
Yeah. There's another one for me. I had about 4 of them for this season. The first spring training game, the first game of the season, and Boston, that mixed together. This game, and then when I go to Detroit. So I still got one more coming, but it's been good to look forward to them, get them over with at the same time.
You kind of feel like tomorrow, though, it's going to be...
It's in the middle. Sorry.
Would tomorrow kind of be more business as usual,
Just with timing and stuff, there's a lot of, I felt really rushed today. I didn't know when to go and where to be, and didn't want to get left out and call my name, and I'm sitting in the batting cage trying to get some work done. But, now we get into a routine, and I don't know how things go for the day games. Still need a night game under my belt just to see how traffic is coming in and out of the city. All those little things that are still going to be at first. But it's definitely good to get it out of the way. And also, again, like I said, walk away with the victory and get going to hopefully day-to-day routine as it can be over here, which I'm sure isn't going to be very normal. It's going to be a little up and down, a little erratic at times.
How early did you get here today?
Swisher picked me up at 7:45 this morning, and I think we walked in about 8:15. It wasn't too bad. It was a little accident or something.
Coming from Jersey or?
From the city, so yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So I was going to say, speaking of the city, right? And I know that you've been to New York City before. What are your impressions now that you're part of the city of New York City? How is the whole atmosphere for you? How you adapting to all that change?
Well, the amazing thing about the fans here is the knowledge they have. There's one thing to be a die-hard fan. I think that's kind of everywhere. But the knowledge of the team, both up and down, the pitching staff, the offense, the defense, everything that they is to this team, everybody seems to know a little bit about it, and I think that's amazing. The amount of people that know it and know it well, probably know more than most of us players in here about our own team, which is actually amazing. So that part is a credit to these fans for trusting their team, getting behind their team, and all those great things. So that part I'm learning as I've been able to be here and play for this team for a couple of days here.
As you know, your fan base transcends across New York, Europe, and Africa. And I remember very well that you was out there in Africa in 2006 playing with those guys out there. Today they're following. I got a couple of phone calls today from Cameroon. The guys were asking me, he's with the Yankees, what is his impression? Is he coming out for the World Cup? Is he taking another trip for baseball as he's done out there before in the past?
Hey, the most amazing thing I saw when I flew into South Africa was the advertisement for the World Cup in 2008. The magnitude of how big that's going to be this summer. And I'd love to get a chance to, but I got to work here, so I can't get a chance to go out there for it. But with my world travels, one of the interesting things that I noticed when I was playing with Detroit, and I'd had my Detroit jersey on, and we were talking to different people about baseball, and people would say, the Yankees are a baseball team, right? And it was amazing. No matter where I went in the world, that was the one team that everybody was able to identify with the sport outside of the United States. So it shows how big this team is, not only here in the United States.
What was it like for you as a new